Alright, so YouTubers, we are done changing what the package name. So the next thing we need to do is what to create what the JSON file to link to our Android app as well. So now let's head towards what firebase.google.com to create our file. So I'll just navigate to that place. Here we are, and then I'm going to add a new project. So don't worry about this interface. If you're not familiar with it, it's simple and cool with. So the only thing you need to do is just visit console.firebase.google.com and then log in with your email address, and voila, you are here. And if you log in and you're not seeing this, don't worry, look at the top right corner here. You will see go to console, hit on it, and automatically to bring you to what this level in the mighty name of our Jesus Christ, so that it will bring you to this area to add what a new project. So now let's hit on add project to add a project. So we are still going to maintain the name of what the app. So we just use Oxoo here, and then we hit on continue, and then continue again, and then it's saying that we should create Google analysis configuration. So we just use the same thing and then create. So let's give it some few seconds to finish loading up. Alright, so it's done loading. So we hit on the next button again, and our project is created. So now what are we going to create? Are we going to create ISO? Are we going to create Android or web version? We are creating Android, so we hit on the Android icon. Now Firebase is asking for what? Our Android package name. So we are going to go back to Android Studio and pick what our package name. So we'll go back to Android Studio, and this is our package name. So please, if you can't locate this, kindly narrow down to the bottom. You have grill scripts, and then we have what builds grill under model but not project. So there are two. We have model and project. So open the model one and then scroll down a little bit, and then voila, here is your project ID or your application ID. So just copy it for safety purposes. Don't type, please copy, and then you go back and paste it here, so that you make sure you have the right what package name in it. So the next thing we need to do is give it the app name. So the app name is still the same thing, that still remains. Now we need what a debug signing certificate share key, and Google is saying that it's optional, but before you can log in, is that okay? Before you can authenticate what login, you need what this debug signing key. So we are going to just use this opportunity to generate that key from Android Studio and use it. Now remember that the key we are going to what generate is just a debug key. Remember this, it's just for debugging purpose, for building purpose. When you are going live, you need to what generate a release key. So remember these things. So we come to grill here at the right side. Then we have our project name here. We drop it down. Then we have app. We drop app down. Then we have tags. Then we drop it down, and we have Android again. Then when we drop Android, they have a sign-in report. So you double click on sign-in report, and that is going to generate the debug hash key for you to use. So please don't forget that. So this is just for debugging purpose. So I just copy it, is here. So I just copy it. Then I'll take it to my Firebase, and I'll paste it here, and then I'll click on register app. So let's give it some few seconds to register the app. So okay, the app is registered. So now we are supposed to download this file and then go to our Android project folder and locate the app folder and drop it there. That is what we are going to do. Is that okay? So I'm going to download that file, and then I'll open it with my default text editor, which is Subline, and I'm going to copy the whole of this content. Right. I don't want to narrow down to my project folder. It's like I want to do it in Android Studio. So I'll open Android Studio. Then on where we have Android here, there's an arrow button next to it. I'll drop it down and select project. And then I'll open my project folder name. Then open up. Then I have my JSON file here. Now if I open that file, I have the old what? JSON information on it. So I'm going to select this, delete it off, and then right click and paste the one I have copied. It's the same thing, nothing has changed. So you can either pick the whole file, go and dump it in your Windows Explorer, wherever your project folder is, or you open it here and do the same thing. It's just the same thing, right? So we are done with what? Adding what? The JSON file content. So now we can resync or rebuild what? Our project. And then, but before that, let's change it back to Android, so that we are the safer part of it. And then at this point, we're going to what? Rebuild what? Our project. So I will go to build, and then I'll click on what? Rebuild. Now, whilst it is rebuilding the project, I want to go back and complete what? My JSON file creation. So I will go back to my Explorer, move to next, then I'll move to next, and then I'll skip this portion, and then we are done. So now let's go back to Android Studio and wait for it to finish building. And after building, if our project sync, then our project is sync completely. So now our project can communicate with what? Google console. Is that okay? Google Firebase console, so that we can do our sign in and log in and out and so forth and so on and other things. So stay tuned while the project what? Rebuilds. Alright, so our project is synced successfully, and then we are done with what? Creating what? Our JSON file. So stay tuned with Learn at Home YouTube channel, and please subscribe to the channel and hit on the notification bell, and please remember to like, comment and share their videos too as well.